Good morning. How did you get on yesterday? Let's have a look at some of the greens. You've always got the chance of cashing out for a profit at 2-2, particularly from 2-0 down. But in this instance, Rangers had to win, with Hearts winning the day before and Celtic losing. So I stuck to my guns and went for a Rangers win. Would have made 46 quid with the win. £12 loss on the draw. I had to stay in. Red carded Livingston, 2-2 Rangers, plenty of time to get a third goal. But 'twas not to be. Nottingham Forest and Liverpool, yet another successful 1.06 lay of that draw. Fantastic stuff. Both of them got matched. So for a stake of 4 quid, I made £53 and 21p. Lovely stuff. This was on me. Could have cashed out at the 1-1. And notably in the second half, Fredericia's momentum went like this. Upwards, 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 and they scored at the top. So arguably I could have cashed out at the 1-1 and just lock in the profit. Yet again, dropping points in the lower tier. Stade Lausanne, this was, I didn't pass this on to members. Just looking, it was a challenge league, so not enough liquidity, I think, for members. But I'm just looking for an equaliser from Stade Lausanne, Ushi, as they caught my attention. But it ended 1-0, and it doesn't matter if it ends 1-0. The way I work things, I get that 1-0 for Ville covered. So I got out okay there. And Atletico Madrid, I think that might have been the day before. Any other eye catchers yesterday? Well, Genk and Standard Liège I lost money on at 0-2 to Standard Liège. I decided to sacrifice 11 quid to see whether Genk would score 2 goals in the second half as they did in the last home match. Notable, coming off the back of a European fixture, Genk. We do pick up these upsets, don't we, in this particular weekend. But I did the right thing. Keep my liability to a manageable low. So delighted with that call, really, rather than sacrificing a full liability loss. Elsewhere, not much going on. Apart from old reliables, but they didn't offer us any trade. Midtjylland, what a pity. Crystal Palace and Wolves, Nottingham Forest and Liverpool, both late goals. If you laid the draw in the Palace-Wolves match as well. I did give it a bit of a shout on Telegram, both of these two. I really hope you got stuck in late on. And we nearly got a 1.02 lay in the bag, laying Sheffield United 2-0 up. Got to be done. It's a local derby. I did warn the potential that the Blade could get red carded, which they did. And then Sheffield Wednesday made it 2-1, which was very exciting. I made about a 10-1 return just on that single goal. Thankfully, I cashed out at the 2-1. Can't really trust the Owls in their current quote-unquote form, or lack thereof. Nice and Lorient. This was a missing trade for me. Nice have been in poor form. Lorient pulling off the 3-3 after being down a couple of occasions. Pity about that one. Freiburg bank of material yesterday, but did score first. Heidenheim and Stuttgart, all dependent on taking on that 2-1 Heidenheim lead, which came care of a penalty for Ibrahimovic. So that's your entry point. Did we get enough time? Indeed we did. So at 2-1, here's what you're going to do. You're going to be laying over 3.5 goals. Cover that scoreline. Go match odds. Back Stuttgart half stake. Lay Heidenheim half stake as liability. We'll take that penalty. Did Stuttgart make it 2-3? Let's have a look. Oh, nearly. 73rd minute. Getting late. So you can see the attraction of cashing out if you get an angle before half-time. You can lock in. We still don't know who scored the next goal. There you go, Conte for Heidenheim. So a Desmond Tutu, arguably second half. And then Undav having a good game, getting himself that equaliser. So, yes, a trade available for Stuttgart yesterday. Heidenheim automatically layable because of their really poor season-long form. So, getting out at 2-2 there would have been the perfect angle for that particular play. The Bundesliga's via an emphatic performance from Paderborn yesterday really caught the eye. Dynamo Dresden couldn't get themselves a point, neither could Hanover. And Kaiserslautern took Preußen Münster to town. They are edging their way up the Bundesliga's via. Don't forget, only 3 places. So these sides just outside the placings are really going to give a good account. You'd hope. Banker Material Roma delivered. AC Milan and Parma, I did suggest to members laying the draw second half. Thankfully, when you lay the draw, it's a neutral play. Very, very contentious goal for Parma. The scorer all over the back of the defender, but the VAR kept that goal. Second defeat only all season for Milan. And when I put these teams forward as bankers, they are good banker material for trading as well, i.e. you could ordinarily get out of the match scot-free or with a low liability play if it doesn't go your way. As in this case, would have been a late lay of Parma, certainly, with that unbeaten run of Milan's to keep. But the clock, Parma's friend, with that very, very late goal. Go Ahead Eagles, I gave a good shout for yesterday. Really, really good value at 1.95. They got that 2-goal habit, and how. Quite something. AZ Alkmaar delivering yesterday, but totally unreliable as a trading medium. Very difficult to read. Porto continue their unbeaten run. This was the fun and games in the SPL. I cashed out with a £5 red screen at the red card for Celtic at 1-1. And thankfully I did so, because 1-2 it ended. That could have been a full liability loss there. So sometimes you have to put the ego aside, take a red. Elsewhere yesterday, I did lay Barcelona at 1.05 or even lower, leading 1-0, because it's a look at the colourings. It's a local derby. An absolute humdinger last time those two met. That was banker material as well. Celta Vigo 0-0 at half time. Really solid stuff. Gave it a little bit of a shout on Telegram if you picked it up. They, like Freiburg, real solid odds relative to the scoreline and comfort of the scoreline. Elsewhere, not much else to report. So let's have a look at today's trading angles in what is a typical Monday coupon sandwich between an exciting weekend and an upcoming European week. Brøndby don't look strong favourites at 1.91 at all. They have failed to score, Brøndby, on their 2 return games post-winter break. Sonder, only 1 defeat since the 1st of October. So they're going to be a tough nut to crack. Brøndby have to solve their scoring issue, but they're odds-on favourite. Everton and Man United, new manager syndrome for Manchester United. You can't complain with what Carrick has done. A dropping of 2 points against West Ham last match. Notable defensive setup from West Ham, likely to be mirrored by David Moyes today. So it could be a laboured performance for Manchester United today. Certainly we'd expect a goal from them. But it's all a matter of whether Everton are going to be that kind of Everton today, parking the bus. Walsall and MK Dons in English League 2. Only one 2026 win for Walsall, but unbelievably, 100% win record against the top 8 at home, playing 9th today. What gives with Walsall? 5 out of 8 wins recently for MK Dons have them with the recent momentum, but only one win away against the top 12 is a concern. So which way are you going to lean here? The market's gone with MK Dons. They've got the recent form in the bag, but Walsall have that amazing 100% win record against the top 8 at home. So I don't understand. Difficult to unpack, isn't it? French League 2, Le Mans against Guingamp. 2.4 the favourite, so no point researching this match. Any carrot and stick certainly is. Look at Le Mans. They're playing Guingamp today. Le Mans, 5th place, will join the 40-point club and go into 3rd with a win today. So talk about that carrot. Guingamp, mid-table mediocrity for them, but still a win for them takes them to 36th. And while the last remaining place is under 40 points, that is a crucial move up the table should they get a win. But talk about motivation for Le Mans. With home advantage, can they do it? Top 3 berth awaits. Fiorentina and Pisa. It's a relegation 6-pointer, this one. It's very, very difficult for me to trust Fiorentina at 1.65. Pisa have had a few 2-2s away from home. So Fiorentina better be on their guard, because very rarely do Fiorentina easily score 2 goals in a match. And talking of having trouble scoring 2 goals, Bologna have done so on only 3 occasions, I think, since about the 1st of December. 2 of them resulted in wins. But it's an inconsistent pattern. And yes, they beat Udinese, scoring 3 goals against them last time. But they need to find that second goal, because they're likely to concede, Bologna. They're not scoring it often enough. 1.85 looks ridiculous with that in mind. 3 wins in 4 at home for Fenerbahce. Sees them with the recent form. Only 1 defeat at home against 5th and lower as well. Sees them comfortable at their home track. Only 2 defeats since the 2nd of December for Casapia, though, so they might offer some firm resistance this evening. Alaves against Girona, 2.38 the favourite. I've done an AII for members today. 4 defeats and a draw recently for Cadiz. Only 1 defeat in 2026 for Real Sociedad B. Again, it's a muddling Monday match. All defeats bar 1 away against the top 12 for Sociedad B might seal their fate, but Cadiz aren't in the best recent form. Fenerbahce, one of a rare group of teams unbeaten all season. So no research really. That's the angle. If you think they're going to remain unbeaten, stick with them throughout the 90, even if Kazanpasa score first. And that's it for today. It's a muddling coupon. It's my day off today, and I will be taking a day off. I did a long 2 sessions over the weekend for you. I hope you made some profits. Some good calls amongst that. But on Saturday, a bit too much over trading. But coming out of the weekend on a good footing over the 2 days. E-letter next Saturday for the Premier League. If you haven't signed up, do so. You get free Premier League research with match reports and some Brucey bonuses along the way as well. And a 14-day free trial as we enter the business end of the season from February to April. A lot of motivating factors are going to involve league position and any improvements in league position, particularly with draws late on. Have a great day today. Have a profitable day, and I'll see you for the Champions League et al. Tomorrow. We've got the lower tiers as well in England, tend to accompany these Champions League nights.